long chapter 9. I do not remember being tucked into bed. In the silence of the dark night, I can feel the absence of Delora like a hole in my chest. Sleepless hours tick by in a haze until the morning sun creeps through the window. Lucette, you didn't get any sleep, did you? I shake my head. I wish I could give you time to grieve. She died protecting me. I cover my face with my hands, and hot tears I thought had dried begin pouring from my eyes again. Both of them, Garland and Delora, died because of me. This is my fault. If only I was strong enough, I could have. No, Princess. If it's anyone's fault, it's mine. Both Delora and Parfait kept owning up to this blame. But do either of them deserve any of it? Your mother and I were like sisters once. I couldn't bring myself to hurt her. Because of that, I didn't act in time to save her from Lieutenant Barrett's corruption. If you're seeking to blame anyone, blame me. I am responsible for all of this endless pain, all because I could not stop Hilda. I was too afraid, and now I'm too weak. But what could you have done? Mother is... I don't think anything can stop Mother. The Lucius and the Tenenbaum are inextricably linked to each other and to their bearers. The Crystallum cannot exist without each other. If one is destroyed, so is the other. What are you saying? We can stop Hilda if we destroy the Lucius. It would destroy the Tenenbaum as well. Parfait, that's insane! This world has suffered from magic for 3 centuries. Maybe it's more bad than good. Perhaps the only solution is to remove the source of it forever. But Mother only survives because she's the Tenenbaum bearer. If she lived as long as the Tenenbaum exists, the Tenenbaum is destroyed. Hilda should die.
Should.
So you're suggesting we destroy the Tenenbaum through destroying the Lucius? Parfait smiles at me, but I find no comfort in it. I only will say it's my time. Cannot be serious! Has to be another way. There's already been so much suffering. Delora and Garland didn't have to die, so you have to give up your life as well. I'm not saying we make the decision now. After what happened with Varg, I have strengthened the merchant's defenses and added a glamour. For now, we are safe here. Breakfast will be ready soon. Join us when you're able. The others will need to know what happened last night. There must be another way to stop Mother. There has to be. By the time I make it to the dining area, the food is cold. I'm not surprised by the state of the food, but seeing Waltz in a grown-up body is definitely shocking.
Oh. Princess.
Waltz quickly makes his way over to me and kneels down. He looks almost like a knight, though he's lacking the armor.
Thank you for breaking my curse.
At least I was able to do something good, but still.
Princess?
I didn't notice the tears rolling down my cheeks until he calls my title softly. Waltz the Big.
Oh, this should be good. Oh, what's this? Waltz the Big has made the princess cry. That was quick.
You know
Isn't Waltz.
You know full well I could flick my hand and make you die, right?
Delora believed I could accomplish 3 good deeds, and yet I...
You wouldn't do it. At this point, it's a game. If you give in, I win, and you know it.
Okay, Dian, calm down.
Oh god, I'm
so happy that worked, though.
I miss Haku right now so bad.
I know.
You like hot chocolate, right, darling? I'll get the mugs.
Gently, Waltz leads me to a bench and sits next to me.
I legitimately saw Rumpel in my head just as he said that, like, wave his finger in the air, just, I'll get the bugs, and just, like, happily prances off.
Fuck is the broom is the real question. I don't understand why they keep forgetting the easiest way to stop Hilder. Just let the broom take care of it.
Well, now it's too sad because the person who enchanted it's gone.
I was gonna say, didn't Delora enchant the brooms?
Yep.
Wouldn't the enchantment be gone?
Parfait hasn't told them what happened to Delora yet. Oh no, they don't
No, I'm
know.
crying.
All of all of them are smiling at me, trying to cheer me up. But how can I possibly smile now? Yeah, all the side characters, Delora and Garland, are my favorite.
Oh
Why
no!
The broom is gone.
I need to tell you all something.
Hot chocolate first, talking later.
Agreed.
Karma, you're gonna want some hot chocolate when you hear this.
You look pale, like you didn't sleep at all last night. Have you even eaten recently?
Now that I think about it. No, I haven't.
What's food?
Rod, who I hadn't even realized was back at the marchant, stiffly stands up from his chair and walks away. He was here this whole time, just listening quietly in the corner. Did I say something wrong? Walt smiles at me as he pats my shoulder.
We've sent Anise off to look after Jurian, so it's just us at the marching. Rod's been taking care of meals, so he's probably going to get you something to eat.
But why? Rod has never liked me.
You saved his family from Varg. I doubt he minds cracking a few eggs. For you.
That was also the wrong person.
Whatever.
Fuck it.
Rod comes back into the room and places utensils in a plate in front of me. It's filled with toast and scrambled eggs.
It's a few eggs. I know it's not much, but you need to eat.
I have no appetite, but he's right. Pick up my fork and stab a few eggs to try. This is good. Thank you.
This is good. No problem.
Suddenly, I'm incredibly aware of how famished I am. I shovel the rest of the food into my mouth eagerly.
Yay.
I'm eating the last remains of my toast when Rumpelbrick comes back into the room holding far too many mugs for one person to manage.
How with that attitude?
And now I present to you hot chocolate a la Rumpel.
Waltz jumps up to save the several mugs from Rumpel's precarious hold. Hot chocolate. How lovely.
I knew this would happen, so I made plenty.
Waltz and Rumpel place the mugs on the table. Rumpel counts all of them.
5, 6. Wait, what comes after 6? Where is Lady Delora?
Oh,
Yeah, about the thing I have to tell you.
Where's
Fork I'm
Rose?
holding clatters to the plate. It's the only sound in the suddenly quiet room. Delora passed away last night.
What?
What did they do of her gold glitter self? The atmosphere shifts. Everyone is openly frowning, their eyes filled with regret.
So the night ended up being a turncoat after all.
Fritz had nothing to do with it. Fritz helped Delora get to me, just when Mother was going to take Neverland. We would have all made it out alive if Mother hadn't used her magic to summon Varg. My mother was going to erase all my memories again, and I didn't know what to do, so I just stood there. It was just like what happened with Garland. And now Delora is dead because of me. I covered my face with my hands as that too familiar grief bubbles up inside of me. Delora made a choice to protect you, Lisette, just like Garland made his choice to protect Jurian. The only thing we can do now is make sure their sacrifices weren't in vain.
Here.
Waltz gently pushes the mug toward me.
There's one thing Delora taught us, is that hot chocolate makes almost anything better.
I stare at the mug and remember the last time I had hot chocolate with Delora. I would have never thought the drink I shared with her so many days ago would be the last. I bite my lip to keep myself from crying.
So, what do we do now?
The plan hasn't changed. We still need to stop Hilda and save the king.
But how is the question?
Waltz's voice is quiet.
Lady Parfait.
Does he know what Parfait plans to do? You know as well as I do, there's only one way now, Waltz. Faye quickly explains what she's told me about destroying Lucius to destroy the Tinambero.
But if we do so, by destroying the Lucius, you will die. I refuse to let that happen, Lady Parfait. Delora sacrifice. Oh my god. Okay, now I get to do
Welcome to my world.
You support
Yeah.
yourself.
Delora sacrificed her life to have Princess Lucette bring back Neverland. And now you're telling us that was useless and there's no other way.
If any of you have an alternative, please tell us. I don't want to lose any more of you over my mistake.
I mean, I'm a werewolf.
But we cannot lose you either. I have a suggestion.
For hot chocolate?
Let me get. Oh, wait. I'm not Waltz.
Let me get this straight. Lady Parfait is going to act as bait to lure Hilder out of the palace and to the gates.
I'm gonna go get some water really quick because I finally ran out. So we're just gonna pause real quick here.
Break 5-minute break?
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
I'm back.
Okay.
Hey.
I had to finish taco.
Alright. Really remind me, did you already read this line?
Yes.
Okay.
And the rest of us will help distract her long enough so that you can get to your father.
Once the king is safely at the margin, Mother cannot use him as a bargaining chip anymore. After that, we have nothing left to lose. We'll be able to go all out against the Mother. The efforts we spread in bringing back Neverland will not go to waste. Waltz can use his magic to get us the upper hand. Though to be honest, I would still like to try and reason with her one last time. Princess, Hilder cannot be. I cannot accept your death as the only thing that will achieve our goal in stopping Mother. You told me before that Mother was a kind person. If I could somehow reach out to who she used to be, then perhaps it is possible that we could end this without any additional bloodshed. Everyone turns silent, their faces grim. I know this is not the best and the most concrete plan, but please try it. I want to hope that the person my mother used to be is still there. This is my fight as well. I need to do something. The least I can do is save my father and stop Mother without Parfait needing to sacrifice herself. It'll be dangerous, but I beseech all of you, please help me. I want to believe my old friend is still in there as well. Okay, let's do this. Chapter 10. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? Ooh, shoot, I don't know which one that is. I don't know which ending that is. Guess we'll find out. I feel like it's the bad ending. Though I tried my best to convince him that I need everyone outside distracting Mother, Walt insists on coming with me instead. Walt really should be helping everyone distract Mother. Though I admit I'm glad he's here with me.
Sorry. He's not in his room. Where are we looking for the king next?
The throne room. He should be there. He was always in the throne room whenever Mother left the palace.
Looks like he isn't here either. Is there anywhere else he could be?
Her mother's using him as a shield right now.
Probably. If I was Mother and I had to leave the palace to deal with enemies and I had something I wanted kept safe, I would keep it in a secret chamber, somewhere no one would suspect, and that would be the tunnels. Let's go. We're almost there. Thankfully, the door to the Temembarum chamber comes into view as we turn the last corner. I push the doors open and look inside. The king sits on a chair, his eyes devoid of any emotion. He's here!
Is this what he's been like?
Ever since Mother returned.
His eyes are so empty. Just like Rumple.
God damn.
Okay.
Do you know how to break the enchantment on him? Waltz leans forward to inspect the king's face.
This is high-level magic cast by Lady Hilda herself. This is not something I can break, unfortunately. It's something the king will have to break out of us on his own. Well, look what the cat dragged in.
Crap.
Varg. I look closely
Why,
at Varg and
hello.
notice his usual cockiness and mirth are gone, replaced with something that looks like melancholy. He looks like he's in pain.
You shouldn't have come here.
Varg stares at us blankly. Waltz moves to stand in front of me, barring me from Varg and the king.
If I had my way, I wouldn't hurt her. But that's not how this works.
That's probably why he looks in pain. He's trying to fight the command.
What are you talking about?
Varg turns his gaze on me and does not look away as he speaks.
I am the big bad wolf. I was made to devour Little Red Riding Hood here. Not fall for her.
Varg loves me? Well, yeah, he like randomly grabbed you and kissed you. God,
We've been
Lucette,
having this
you're as
conversation
oblivious.
for the
You're more
past
oblivious
3
than I.
hours, Nick.
It's like, Lucette, you're more oblivious than I was in fucking high school. Alright, there we go.
Been having this conversation for the past 3 hours, chick. Get with the fucking
Hey,
program.
look, Waltz is the only person that beats Fritz / Varg in height so far. Varg laughs, but it's a dry, humorless laugh.
You look surprised. Is it really that hard to believe that I have the ability to love someone?
Waltz's
Yes.
voice is quiet when he addresses me. He keeps his eyes trained on Varg.
Get the king out. Get the king and get out. I'll be right behind you.
No, I'm not leaving you.
No one is leaving anyone anywhere.
Varg sighs. I cannot fully see his eyes, but yet I can see the resignation in them.
I have orders to keep you here. Strict orders. The queen wants to see her daughter after she's done with your
So he's kinda hinting while he's taunting.
friends. As for her wayward apprentice, well, I was told you could be dead or alive. If you think I'm letting Lucette stay, your opinion doesn't really matter. I'm sorry about this, princess.
I'm suddenly shoved to one side. I land heavily on the floor, my head thudding hard against the wall behind me.
No, I die. Oh, never mind. Lucette.
Waltz isn't gonna die that fast, God. Waltz turns towards me. Before he can move, he is blown back, past Varg and the king. He crashes into the wall on the opposite side of the chamber. There it is!
Wait.
Waltz!
The element of surprise is so delightful.
Mithros? What did you do? I glance once more at Waltz, but he's not moving. I struggle to my feet.
You're not going anywhere.
Before I can track his movements, Varg is already at my back. He pulls my arms behind me so fast I have no way of resisting him. I can do nothing but watch as Mithros advances on Waltz.
Stop fighting, princess.
I can feel his warm breath. I can feel his warm breath brush my ear as I fidget.
I do not want to hurt you.
You already have. I turn my attention away from Varg and glance back at Mithros, who is still slowly walking towards Waltz, his expression tight with anger.
You were always the favorite. Always the precious little student. And then you betrayed her. For what? Our queen would have given you the world, yet you took her trust and threw it in the mud. But let me enlighten you. You're not needed anymore, Waltz.
I cannot let this happen. Adiuva!
Oh, we're doing this again.
Yep. Varg's grip on me tightens. I can hear disappointment in his voice when he speaks.
Won't work this time, princess.
Oh no, is he gone? My heart plunges into my stomach.
After you and the fairy left, what do you think the queen did?
Well, we're bad ending.
Yep.
Yeah, even at the end of chapter 9. What are you talking about?
She wasn't pleased with your knight's little disobedience. That was the wrong order, but I'm working with it. And at that point, well, it didn't take much.
What did she do to Fritz?
A little push. And just like that, Fritz disappeared. Gone.
Gone? I repeat the word hollowly, letting it sink into my mind and my heart.
It's like he was never here. All you have now is me.
My knees give out and I sink to the floor. I can no longer feel Varg's grip on me. I can no longer feel the dirt beneath my knees. I'm losing everyone, and I'm losing all of them, one by one. Why did I think I could help? Why did I think I could do this? It's all my fault. I crane my neck upwards to stare at Mithros and Waltz. The queen...
Mean one, and I've been training. I am better, I am stronger, and I will deliver your head to my queen.
Yeah, you know who said those same words? Vegeta. You know who's still a little bitch? Vegeta.
Vegeta?
I'm paralyzed in Varg's arms, unable to move or speak as Mithros moves close enough to deliver a magical blow to Waltz. The room is suddenly filled with dust that spirals out from the center. I blink back tears as it stings my eyes. When it clears, Waltz is once more standing. He and Mithros are glaring at each other. Waltz! The sight of Waltz, alive and defiant, is enough to shock my brain back into action. I must save the king. And once Mother's defeated, Fritz must come back. With renewed energy, I begin once again struggling against Varg.
Yeah, hey!
I wrench myself to the side and have enough leverage to bite down on his hand. He yelps and drops his cane.
Yeah, grab the stick.
Get the cane! Get the cane!
Get the stick!
Just throw it and be like, Varg, fetch!
Get the cane! What is wrong with you?
I look up to see Mithros already
Also,
turning towards me with an outstretched hand. Light dances down his arm and collects on his fingertips. Also, what?
does he realize he's about to get obliterated? He just turned away from the one guy in the room that's actually a threat. Alright, Mithros, this next part's your fault.
He's too freaking cocky. Because he's like, oh yeah, I'm stronger than you now.
Yeah, you know who had that same issue?
Vegeta. Right.
You need to learn obedience. And he's dead. Oh.
No, Mithros, don't.
Oh.
Oh, it's worse. Lucette.
I cannot stand idly in places I always do. I must move. But even as I lift my feet from the ground, I can see that the light is going to chase me, and it'll come after me for no matter how far I run.
Oh, no.
We're doing... Okay, never mind.
Lucette.
Waltz, you had one job!
Yeah, to protect the princess.
no.
That's his
Fucking
job.
powers.
His
Oh,
job is
no,
to
it-
protect the princess at all
Joke's
costs.
on you, it's Marks too.
At the very last minute, a shape moves in front of me, acting as a shield.
Yep.
Cause he's
Hell of a bad
he's
ending.
still Fritz on the inside. He's
Oh.
just the other side.
No, they both are.
I see Varg's back. Moments before the spell pierces through his body and crumbles him to the ground.
Yeah, hello bad ending.
Varg. Yeah, his body collapses to the ground, his mask falling from his face. Why? Why did you save me?
It's almost like we've been having this conversation for 3 hours.
Hence to the end.
Yeah, it's a bad ending because
Thank you, Varg, for spelling it out for us.
Yeah, it's a bad ending because you lose Fritz, and then shortly after you lose Varg too, and it turns out he wasn't as bad. Varg manages a weak laugh, then shakes his head.
It hurts to laugh. Even though I was the one who was there for you, it was still him that you wanted.
And this is why people wanted to have the option of a happy ending with him too.
I loved you just as much, yet ever choose me, would you? No, you wouldn't. Because this big bad wolf doesn't have a happily ever after to begin with. Fading away like this hurts less than having to come to terms with that.
I can hear the click of Mithros' shoes on the tile. His voice is filled with amusement. Even Walt seems too shocked to move.
I knew there was a reason for your sudden disobedience.
It was not sudden.
I suppose I should have expected this. Dogs always love their mistresses.
Referring
Yeah,
to
why do you think I'm
Fritz.
getting a cat?
Oh, because your jealous dog's gonna like me. Suck it!
Yes.
Frog reaches up to touch my cheek. Who says I won't steal the cat, huh?
At least have a chance.
He smiles as shadows creep up his body. Moments later, it's Fritz lying on the ground, smiling his gentle smile.
Oh good, she gets to watch both of them die.
Yeah, right?
Goes from 2 boyfriends to 0.
Then he closes his eyes and does not open them. Not moving, not breathing. Gone. Time stops as my mind whirls. It's the best bad ending because it's so freaking sad. It's not just sudden end like everything else. I feel my heart slowly beginning to break into shards. This is all my fault. The end. Where's the glass break? There it is.
Yay.
Oh, now you get the wolf picture. Damn, we were so close to getting a good end. I wonder where we messed up. Alright. Speedrun! Who wants to pull up the guide?
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
Hang on. Oh, right. Hi, Mom.
Oh wait, we broke Waltz's curse. The fuck?
We did. No. Speedrun! Skip. Okay, let's go. Let's go.
No,
Prologue,
bro,
princess.
I don't want the stupid. I don't want the actual ending. I want the damn. Oh my god. Okay, all correct choices. Fritz root tips. Got it. I have nothing. I have it.
I don't remember if it matters what direction you go in the beginning, does it? I know it matters for Walt.
No, the first thing is they do not deserve mercy. It's spare them.
Okay.
Yeah.
we go. This is going so fast. Alright. We're gonna go right because fuck it.
What happens if you click the far right one?
There's a far right one?
Yeah.
What?
Because you're hitting skip. What's to
Oh,
the
it
right
just
of
goes
it?
to the next one. Boop.
Yeah, fast forward to the next choice. There you go.
Oh, wait, hold on. Yes. Okay. Doesn't matter because we're not talking to him. Boom. We're gonna throw it at him because why the fuck not? It's funny.
Throw it in, 'cause fuck him.
Okay, I can break this curse on my own. Boop.
So while this is happening
No, I
and
don't
we're
need
going
any
through
help.
this, and it is inconsequential what people say, I made Waltz in 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons
Nice.
as an NPC, and one of my parties decided to look at him and go, "Hit me with your best shot." Power word kill didn't work. However, when I had the cleric roll an intelligence saving throw, he rolled a 1.
Spare.
Hey, Dylan, do you know what the spell Feeble Mind does?
Yeah. Roughly.
So,
Next one is press the issue.
super quick while I have it in front of me.
You can explain it, Willie, before we go on with reading this scene. This was our
So-
first fuck up, I guess.
I think it was. That one. As this loads. So for when this is brought up / for the people who don't know, The spell Feeble Mind is an 8th level spell in 5th edition D&D that is instantaneous. Has a range of 150 feet. You blast the creature's mind that you can see within range, attempting to shatter its intellect and personality. It takes 4d6 psychic damage and must make an intelligence saving throw. On a failed save, the creature's intelligence and charisma scores become 1. They
Ouch.
cannot cast spells, activate magic items, understand language, or communicate in any intelligible way. The creature can, however, identify its friends, follow them, and even protect them. At the end of every 30 days, the creature can repeat the saving throw.
Ouch.
The spell can only be ended early by Greater Restoration, Heal, or Wish.
Yeah, when Willie told me his version of Waltz did that, I was like, that's pretty in character for him knowing a spell like that.
The only reason Power Word Kill didn't work is the cleric had 150 health. Power Word Kill only works if it's under 100.
Alright. I know.
Sorry.
You're good. Yeah, I was expecting you to, explain it sooner, but... Alright.
I was waiting until we had the speed run.
Okay. I noticed the way he spoke to you, and in the palace, I never saw the two of you together.
I didn't think you'd notice.
Why? You were my knight. I spend a lot of time with you, so of course I'm aware of how others treat you. I also know what it's like to be distant from your own family. If you do not wish to speak of such matters, you do not need to.
Thank you, Princess.
Fritz clears his throat before he turns to me. A smile so bright seems to light up his face.
Would you like to get some breakfast? I happen to know the best baker in all of Angiel. In all of Angiel sells our croissants.
And then we speed. Oh. They can't. Oh, okay.
They can't miss what they don't remember. I'm sorry for bringing you here. I should have known it would be difficult.
How could you have known?
You're my charge. My job to know.
Exactly how much does he know about me?
Everything.
One. The next one's for... Oh, she is. Yeah.
That's what I thought. Oh, the quality time with Delora. Stop?
Keep walking.
Oh, keep walking. Do you not have time for this? Oh, I keep forgetting to look at Fritz's ears to see if he has piercings too. He starts to turn in my direction.
Stay still.
I freeze in place.
Hmm?
There's no one here. Look away. Look away. Laura's still struggling in my arms. I do my best to still her with my hands. She gets caught. Then, as if by magic, the clouds move, obscuring the light of the moon. An inky black, almost unnatural shadow falls over me. After a heartbeat, he turns away from me. I watch as he slips around the side of the Leverton home and disappears from sight. I run back to the plaza, but Waltz and Karma are no longer there.
Hi.
Really?
Well, if it isn't the Crown Princess herself.
So he finds you anyways.
Surely good princesses shouldn't be out on their own at this time of night. But then, you're not all that good, are you? Good girls do what they're told and stay in one place. But you're not one for letting people keep you rooted in place, are you? Do you have any idea how long I've been looking for you? Where are my manners? I haven't introduced myself.
And you can't read the title cards like I can.
And you can't read title cards. Joke's on you.
I froze. I did nothing. I was useless.
There's nothing you could have done. He already seems to be an accomplished tracker.
You're like in the kitchen or something? There's a lot of echo.
Yes, I was eating.
Ah.
Fair enough. Tell him.
Tell him? Alright. Really, but I believe it was a nightmare. Boop, 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 boop. Let me guess, stand your ground?
Stand your ground.
Shocker.
Because I'm pretty sure, yeah, it is what we picked last time. Doubt?
Doubt.
Defend?
Say nothing.
Say nothing. Oh. Why does he have that opinion of Fritz? If anything, Varg is the animal. Fritz is twice the man he is. Varg continues to walk forward ever so slowly, but remained rooted in place. Eventually rolls around and looks at me. What's he say? Oh, just waiting for you to follow, probably. I suspect it does. I know that Fritz sometimes struggles with their commands as well. Unlike you, however, Fritz does not take his frustrations out on other people. He does not lash out at others by scaring them. And he certainly does not protect people by stalking them from the shadows. Varg's hand clenches over his cane as he glowers at me.
You always talk about that idiot. Do you know how sick I am of hearing about him?
And he's like, huh? What happened? I don't remember anything. Why are we in the woods?
Help them.
Help them. Okay, so it wasn't. That's where our last fuck up was. It was a move. Is this the mission of Cinderella Castor was referring to? Rod tugs on Emmeline's wrist to prompt her into motion, but the two of them are too slow. In one swift movement, Varg has circled them and tripped Emmeline, toppling her to the floor. Not Emmeline! Varg jumps forward to grab her, but before he can do so much as touch her, I jump in the action, pushing Varg from the side. I move to stand between Emmeline and Varg. I can hear Rod helping his sister up, but my eyes are trained on Varg. What are you going to do to them?
Why do you care?
Why do I care? Because I know this isn't something Fritz would do. Varg hesitates and gives Rod time to react. Thank you for what you did back there. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't helped us. I'm slowly uncomfortable speaking to her, so I turn to face Rod instead and hit the skip button. Oh, never mind. I roll around, dread rising in my chest as I turn back to look at Varg, who is slowly catching up to us.
This was meant to be quick.
Varg looks at me, his eyes glittering with amusement.
But, as always, you complicate things, Princess.
I cannot hide how much I am trembling, but I still hold up my arm to protect his siblings. Go. Not without you. Go, now!
Am mine.
The next one is doubt.
I doubt you can. My chest begins to ache, my heart feels heavy. Oh, this was our other fuck up. Okay. You'd never believe me. There's a certainty in Fritz's eyes that was not there before. He looks at me with fierce determination.
Fry me.
I sigh and rub my hands over my eyes. You are cursed. His silence is all the response I need. I knew this was happening. I knew he wouldn't believe me.
Princess, we've talked about this before, but what exactly are you seeing that makes you so firmly believe that?
I eye him warily. Will he really listen to me? You're cursed with an alternate personality, a cruel one. I've known him for months now. Varg, well, you, Fritz, were going to kill Rod and Emmeline last night. He reaches out to rest his hand atop mine on the windowsill. His determination has dwindled into uncertainty. You don't believe me.
I believe you, Princess.
I can see in your eyes, Fritz, you doubt me.
I do not doubt you, Princess. I'm just confused. How could I not know the existence of an alternate personality? Or Or about a curse that's inflicted on me, like the inability to speak in perfect sentences.
I knew you weren't going to believe me. How could I have been so stupid to think that you would?
Princess.
He begins to move towards me, but I stop him in his tracks with a single glare. Don't. Silence descends upon my room. When I finally look at Fritz again, the man I see is a stranger. Gone. Boop, 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 boop. Hugs. Bowing. Tunnels.
Mother's dead.
Fuck you, necromancy.
We got that one right.
Yeah.
Press him is next.
Press him, which I think we did.
We did that one last time.
Yep, because we got the
Yes.
skip option.
I think we actually got most of these right.
Yeah, I think how to break his curse, right?
How to break his curse is correct. Protest is next.
Protest, I'm pretty sure that's what we picked as well.
Yep.
'Cause that's what Abby and I were doing.
Why did you come for me? I like how we basically just skipped all of the mom part.
Yeah.
Stand your
She can fuck
ground.
herself. Stand your ground. That's what we picked last time, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not this death scene again, I think.
It was
fault?
my fault.
Which we did. Bloop.
Help them. This is what we messed up too.
Ah, okay, there we go. My eyes drift. Yeah, that was obvious because she makes him come back. My eyes drift towards Varg's cane. His cane's the source of his magic. If I can get away from him when Delora and Karma will stand a chance. With renewed determination, I run towards Varg.
Princess?
I barrel past Karma and hit Varg square in the gut with my shoulder, forcing him backwards and onto
Shit.
the ground.
Mm.
I manage to twist the cane away from him and clutch as Varg rises and begins to advance
Shit.
towards me.
No time for games. Give it back.
No.
Mine.
This is a game of keep away.
So it froze on my screen?
Oh?
Okay, it wasn't just me.
Yeah, it's frozen.
That
Okay.
being said, the freeze is perfect because it's basically just Dolores standing there next to him like, about to fuck you up, boy.
Oh, on my screen when
Hello.
it shows the live thing, it shows my cursor moving around between them.
No, this is
Somewhere
pretty
there.
great.
Oh dear.
Thank you.
Oh, Iowa. Oh,
Oh
Cinderella.
look, it's the cute sassy couple. They even both have awesome capes.
She's about to blow him up.
Here, I'm gonna stop that stream and then try it again. How about now?
Thank you.
There we go. You really are nothing without your cane, aren't you?
Oh yeah, she's not dead.
Not yet.
Yet.
Not the bit.
For a moment, there's only silence as Varg freezes. I cannot read the expression on his face. What is he thinking? Varg breaks the silence when he bursts out laughing. It's a sound that certainly heralds. It's a sound that heralds certain chaos. I was gonna be like, "Hey, Willie, you want to do that Joker laugh?"
No. No, not at 11:30.
Too loud.
The cane is not my only weapon.
He pulls out a gun, and I pull out my gun.
I was gonna be like, he's gonna thrust forth from the darkness with that beak.
His beak is gonna thrust forth into darkness.
Throne room, and refuse. Okay.
Oh, okay. He's got.
Haha.
I watch
I
as
have a
Varg
knife.
slips a dagger out from his sleeve.
Okay.
And what are you going? Oh, that is not me. Nope.
And what are you going to do with that little thing? Poke me?
You might enjoy it.
But what are you gonna do? Stab me? 10 seconds
I
later, he
get it,
gets
it's a-
stabbed.
I get it. It's a dick joke.
Yeah. Who said anything about you?
Oh, about himself. Oh, because he's threatening Fritz.
Ooh,
With a smirk, Varg brings a dagger to his neck.
that's
I was
bold.
kind of wondering how this would loop back around into, the princess giving up. Oh shit, that's actually
This-
kind of clever.
Mhm.
This dagger is more than enough to do some damage to the princess's favorite knight.
No!
That's definitely cheating.
This is ridiculous. You share a body. You'll end up hurting yourself just as well.
Varg shrugs, and I can't tell if he's really unconcerned or pretending not to be.
I'll do whatever it takes.
Poker face. Nice.
Varg smiles at me. In this light, his teeth appear to be gleaming and sharp, like he has fangs.
Guess he does. Now give me back my cane and do precisely as I tell you, or the boy dies.
I stand still. I cannot look away from Varg's gaze, which is bright with triumph.
If Fritz die, you die as well. Are you not afraid of death?
I was never really alive to begin with. I'm just a bit of Fritz's mind given independence. He's got a point there. This body isn't mine, so I can destroy it and not feel a thing. It'll be Fritz that suffers. Princess, don't wait. Oh shit.
That is you.
Yeah, that's you.
No, I'm trying to remember which one this is.
Slightly younger. He's still a child.
Okay, so he is still a child.
Mm-hmm.
Princess, do not listen to him. You know it's a trap.
I know Waltz is telling the truth. I can see the look on Varg's face. I grip the cane tighter to me. Varg is lying to me. He'll definitely suffer, but he's also serious about hurting Fritz. I cannot let that happen.
Now do as you're told, little princess. Ah, it would have been better if they put a knife in his hand now.
Oh,
Okay,
it
you
would.
Don't be stupid, Lisette.
Okay, I think we're back in. Yeah, because don't be stupid.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
When they teleport
Mine.
back, he catches it. Varg reaches out and
Mine.
snatches his cane from my hands.
Man. There we go.
Throne room, because that was the
Throne
correct
room.
one.
Yep, and then last answer is refuse, and we're done.
I flinch away from Mother's reaching hand.
Yeah, this is new.
Mother hurts a king. She hurts so many people. She killed Garland. No.
What did you say to me?
Cannot let her hurt anyone else. No. Mother's eyes glitter as light begins to collect in her palms.
How many of us have been in this exact situation where you say no to your mom and immediately regret it?
I kind of just huff and walk away before I can regret it.
I can only bear your disobedience for so long, Lucette.
Well, joke's on you. I'm pushing the skip button.
And we have a special
Oh
power.
wait, I
Skip
wanted to
button.
see if Fritz had the ear piercings or not. God damn it. Oh well. Chapter 10, The Hunter. There we go, that's a good ending. Because the Hunter is Fritz. Alright.
I can't believe we got all of them on the first try. Good job, guys.
Yeah, right?
Oh,
That was
that was
amazing.
fantastic.
Definitely not cheating or a second playthrough of the same story.
That was all new to me.
Yeah.
It took a lot.
Everything we voiced was new.
Sort of. It took a lot to...
No, everything we voiced was new.
Okay, fine. Took a lot to convince everyone that I needed to enter the palace alone. It was the people outside who were fighting Mother that needed to gather the greater strength. Bringing anyone of them with me would have greatly diminished that strength. I must quickly find the king. Mother always made sure to leave the king in the throne room whenever she left, so it follows that she would leave him there now. It's too quiet
She's by
in here.
herself.
Yep. I push open the door and stop in the doorway. The king is sitting on his throne with a vacant expression fixed on his face. He does not so much as flinch as I step inside. I wonder what changed the queen's, mind now to leave him in here versus before when he was in a tunnel. I tentatively make my way to the throne.
I can probably tell you why.
Oh.
I'm willing to bet she didn't do anything to Fritz this time.
Oh.
Oh,
Probably?
maybe.
No, because if then it would do a different
No,
thing.
because
I
he
would think.
still would have shown off betraying her. I don't know.
Yeah, he would. No, I think the difference is because there she killed him and because we didn't get the right answers, Fritz wasn't strong enough to overpower Varg until they were both
Fair enough.
dying. But I think with all our choices, it's enough to power him. Your Majesty? He does not speak. His eyes remain fixed in the same place as if he is looking through me. he gone forever? Angel needs you. The king I know would never leave his kingdom in ruin. I'm staying close enough to him that I can reach out and touch him if I wanted to. What do I have to do to save you?
Oh, so now you're being nice to him.
Now we see Varg first, the mom then.
He's not wrong.
I whirl around and place myself in between the king and Varg.
All those years you had the opportunity to reach out to him, but you never did. So I guess the king had to be missing his soul for you to care about him.
What are you
To
doing
be
here,
fair,
Varg?
Someone had to keep an eye on the old man.
for some reason.
The queen thought someone might try to take the old man while she was busy. I had a feeling it'd be you who'd return. You can't bear the thought of losing someone else, can you?
So what are you going to do then? I'm not leaving without the king. Varg is silent as he makes his way towards me. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to stop him, but I will not move. I cannot let him take the king, and I cannot succumb to his threats. It is at this moment, just as he's about to reach out to me, that he suddenly drops to his knees and puts a hand on his chest, his expression pained.
I just need a little more time.
What's happening to him? He manages to talk to me through gritted teeth.
You shouldn't have come here alone. Especially not with the big bad wolf here. It's my job to destroy you, you know.
He flashes me a wicked grin, but the expression is shockingly short-lived. It's replaced by a soft smile.
But this big bad wolf can't do that. He can't destroy the person you've fallen in love with.
Is he literally asking for more time just so he can confess his feelings? How are you in love with me? Varg looks at me, amused.
How? Blame Fritz. It was never meant to happen, but I can't help feelings that were there from the get-go. The queen wasn't pleased with your knight, so she tried to erase him forever. But he hung on. He was pretty sure that if you could be strong, so could he.
He looks at me with such sadness I actually feel guilt stir within me, and I'm not entirely sure why.
I don't think Fritz could ever deserve you.
Deserve me?
But he's more worthy of you than I will ever be. I'm nothing more than a moth drawn to your fire. He'll never be burned by you. Maybe Fritz will have better luck.
Shadows begin to gather around Varg's feet and starts to slowly swirl up the length of his body. Well, it's better than him dying. It's just him being like, yep, his turn. Does this mean Fritz is coming back?
I know that this will be the only thing you'll ever want from me. I just wanted to tell you how I felt. Just that. God knows that Fritz is incapable.
That shot, though.
But he's capable of one thing. He's a good hunter. He defeated me fair and square to save Little Red. And now I have no choice but to step aside.
So tell him I told you, and then I said, ha ha ha, ha ha ha, last laugh.
So Fritz has overpowered Varg?
Try to miss me, princess. Think about me every now and then. That'd be enough.
Varg, what are you?
Goodbye, princess.
He smiles at me, his cocky grin faded into a gentle smile. The shadows cloak him fully, making him a little less than a silhouette. I keep myself firmly positioned in front of my father. The darkness eventually dissipates, and there, standing in the moonlight, is a familiar face.
buddy.
Hey,
Fritz?
Hey, how's it going? I'm back.
I look at him with bleary eyes.
Sorry for taking so long, Princess.
I'm running before I even realize my feet are moving. I'm overwhelmed with so many emotions, none of which I can put a name to in this moment. I know only that I'm happy and so happy Fritz is back. Aww.
Oh shit, just jumped right into it.
I throw my arms around his neck and kiss him. Fritz pulls his arms around my waist, pulling me closer. This is him. This is Fritz's heartbeat. His scent, his warmth came back to me. Thoughts roll through my foggy head. I step away from him ever so slightly, suddenly aware of the heat in my cheeks. Wait, did I just kiss Fritz? I cannot bring myself to move away from his grasp, but I suddenly cannot bring myself to look up at him either. Why did I just... Fritz's gentle laugh brings me back to my senses, though it's hard to parse the feelings inside of me. I can at least be certain that I love the smile he's giving me right now.
This feels like a dream.
It does. Not just because of what happened, but because Fritz is here. Really here. Fritz leans forward to slowly brush a strand of hair away from my face. My heart pounds my chest at the subtle touch. Once again, my mind is reeling with considerations.
If the princess says it isn't a dream, then it must be real because I trust her with all my heart.
I thought I lost you for good. I do not flinch away when Fritz pulls me closer so that I'm resting against his chest. But how did this happen? How did you overwhelm Varg?
Varg erased himself.
How is that possible?
He always had the ability, but he never had any reason to consider using it before.
Then why now?
Because he cared for you. My love for you is so strong that it must have affected him too.
You love me? Varg said the same thing and he blamed Fritz, so is this true? Fritz smiles and I feel his warmth spread inside me like sunlight.
no.
Always.
See, and now when we do Waltz's line, we get to feel really bad for Fritz because he's liked her for so long, but he never has the chance. I'm gonna ruin that now.
He's died like 4 other times, so it's not like we haven't gotten used to it.
I
Oh,
don't
here
think
we
he
go.
dies that
Oh,
one.
hey, look! It's the
Well,
bitch.
well. This is quite the scandal.
He never actually died in those other lines, though. He just disappears, and I think he's
No,
just...
in one of them, he
No.
straight up died.
No, there was one or two where he just straight up died.
I don't remember that, though.
Well, there absolutely was at least 1 or 2 where he
I
just
think-
straight up
I
got
think
like
he
a bullet
died
and
in
died.
Karmas?
I think it might have been Karma's. I can't remember.
I don't know.
Was it
You guys have to look. I know most
I think
of
it was-
them, he kind of just, like, he's still Varg. Because he's not as Fritz, but, like, as Varg, he just fucks off. And I'm pretty sure they just get stuck swapping day and night. Since he's gone after Mithros is done with. Fritz moves to stand in front of me.
Queen is not going to be pleased. If my curse was so weak that even Fitzgerald could break it, I don't think even I am safe from her wrath. I'm gonna get an arm through the chest for this one.
Visceral attack.
But I believe her disappointment in me will be second to the disappointment she feels for you. After all, you chose a lowly knight.
Hey, he's a noble one compared to his dad. How dare you! That was a little too pretentious sounding, but okay.
I have
A little bit.
I was rubbing my eye in my defense.
Princess,
I stopped short at Fritz's tone.
you have an important task, don't you?
The king. But Mithros...
Trust me.
Fritz releases my hand to pull his sword, sinking easily into a ready stance.
I'll protect you.
think you could possibly prevail over me.
Ah, we can't see if he has the piercings because it's the wrong side of his head. Okay.
Now when you have no cane, no power at all. Don't make me laugh.
Fritz strikes, his slash quick and clean, taking Mithros by surprise. Fritz manages to cut his sword through his shoulder. Mithros hisses as he catches his bleeding shoulder. The hatred is bright in his eyes. As Fritz rushes Mithros.
Once again, Mithros proves himself a little bitch.
Yeah, I run towards the king. He depends too much on magic.
You think a mere swordsman can best one of the queen's apprentices?
Well, if he cries like a bitch every time he gets caught, yes.
Seriously?
He does. I'd be more wary if I were you, Sir Mithros.
Like, Waltz has a way more grit than him. That's probably why he surpassed him.
Pretty much.
Because, unlike Mithros, Waltz ain't a bitch.
I approached the king, who has yet to move from his spot. What do I do? How can I possibly move him?
Yeah,
Wake him up. But how? Your Majesty. I have been selfish. So I was so concerned with my own feelings and my own pain. I reached out a trembling hand and set atop one of his hands. Now I realize you're trying to help. It may have been lackluster, but you genuinely tried. I've been so unfair to you, just like Mother was. I don't know if words are enough to make up for what I have done, but... I am sorry. I'm sorry for being so cruel to you. Please, I need you. I stare hard in my father's eyes, but there's no movement, no recognition. I dip my head in mourning and bite my lip as I try to think of another way to save him. But my thoughts subside when a flashlight permeates my vision. It's only for a moment, but when I look up, I can still see life in my father's eyes.
We don't have... I'll take care of it.
Okay.
Sure.
Lucette?
Your Majesty! I reach out and hug him, and he wraps his arms around me.
I feel like I've been asleep for a long time.
Not inaccurate.
And then I heard your voice. It sounded as if you needed me. What happened?
So
Could
your
you quickly
ex-wife?
look-
She's back. His eyes motion behind me and raises his eyebrows. He attempts to stand, but his knees shake and buckle. I duck underneath one of his arms to help him back onto the throne. The king stiffens as he glances at the battle ensuing behind me.
Sir Mithros and Sir Fitzgerald? What's going on here? The king has broken the enchantment. Impossible.
I told you not to underestimate her.
Your Majesty, we need to get you out of here.
Ooh!
Oh, look.
Time for everything to go to shit.
What is happening here?
She better not kill the king.
Meanwhile, the entire room... Oh, shit. I love how she just teleports everywhere.
She is the most powerful witch alive currently.
I love it.
Mother suddenly materializes in the center of the room, standing right before Mithros and Fritz, who has the witch at sword point against the front doors. But Mother is not alone. Mother has Parfait in a tight grip, but the moment I call her name, she releases her, and Parfait tumbles to the floor. Crimson stains her dress. Parfait, you're bleeding! Parfait does not move to acknowledge me.
I would not let go, so I had to bring her with me. Not that it matters.
What did you do to her? Where are
Put
the
my hand
others?
through her head.
They were treated like persistent things. I would have killed them had Faye not sacrificed herself.
Wait.
I let out a sigh of relief.
Wait.
They're all okay and alive.
You still care so much about those traitors. I cannot understand your attachment to them.
Mother turns her attention away from me and to the two men who are at a standstill. Are we all thinking the same thing about the people retreating?
No, I'm thinking about the fact that she probably just killed Parfait, which means she's about to die.
No, it would just no
Yeah.
one would bear the crystal next because the bearers always die. So if the crystal gets destroyed and they die, so I'm thinking they're running to go destroy her crystal so they can kill her
maybe.
too. That's what I'm thinking.
Maybe.
Then you gotta
Mithros.
come and destroy the other one.
Mhm.
They're gonna come in through the back door.
Mithros, you disappoint me.
Shit. Well, he did.
With a flick of her hand, Fritz is pulled away from Mithros and across the throne room towards me. I move to steady Fritz, but he stumbles beside me.
I am sorry, my queen.
Bitch dead.
I have given you too many chances to prove yourself worthy. You have failed me too many times, man.
Oh, shit.
You are of no use to me anymore.
Visceral attack?
But, my queen, I have done everything you wanted me to. Please give me one more chance. Also, he did kind of res you.
Yeah.
I promise,
Silence.
Well, his voice is as cold and sharp as ice.
Leave before I erase you from my sight.
So she gave him another chance anyway. Please, my queen.
Yeah, to like live.
Oh.
Nope,
Not-
never mind.
No.
He did.
Well, I cast a spell in Mithros that is all too familiar. It's the same spell she used to kill Delora. Mithros does not even have a chance to defend himself as Mother's spell shocks his body.
Oops.
Such a pest. I don't even know why I kept that useless fool all these years.
I slowly turn back to Mithros. He's no longer standing but lays, unmoving, on the floor. I feel bile rise to my throat. I cannot believe Mother just did that to him. To her biggest simp.
How could you take that man's life so easily, Hilda? How can you be so heartless?
It's the first time I've ever heard my father speak to Mother that way.
Oh, that's where her eyes come from.
Yeah, her dad.
Heartless? I am heartless.
She has her mom's hair, but her dad's eyes and skin color.
Mom, Dad, please don't. There's really no way to say it to please don't fight here.
Humans shattered my heart many years ago when you hunted my kind. You did this to me.
Out of the corner of my eye, I notice movement. In moments, Parfait moves to stand before us, blocking us from Mother.
No, she's not dead.
Even though her
Yeah.
clothes are soaked with blood, she's clearly wounded. Parfait has never looked so regal before.
You.
Parfait's hands move before resting over her chest where light begins to gather in her hands. Oh, does she erase her memories or something? In the blink of the eye, a glittering golden crystal appears above her hands. Is that the Lucius? But the light the Lucius is emanating is uneven, and I look closer, I can see that it's cracked.
What are you doing?
The only thing that can stop you. My heart plummets when I realize what Parfait is going to do. Parfait, no! Parfait hears me, she gives me no indication.
If you do this, you'll die, Faye.
I think a part of her doesn't want her to die.
You'll die and remove all magic from Angelique forever.
Nothing else will stop you, will it? Your hatred for the humans, the corruption of the Tenenbaum. It runs too deep. I see this now. Magic was never meant to be used with malice, Hilder. As long as witches can be corrupted, magic will always pose a threat. Cannot allow that to happen. I wanted to change things with Delora, but
What gives you the right to decide what to do with the magic?
I am the Lucius Bearer. I have a responsibility to maintain balance. But I see that there can be no balance when the crystallum exists. Light begins to gather, first around Parfait's feet, then around her body. It slowly begins to make its way towards Mother. In no time at all, the light swarms around their bodies. White crystal suddenly appears in front of Mother. The Tenenbaum.
I won't let you do this, Faye.
It's too late for that. The golden light of the Lucius intensifies. I can hear the crystal shattering from the inside out.
No!
The Tenenbaum breaks soon after, its fragments slowly fading with the bright light. Mother and Parfait's images begin to do the same, despite Mother's struggle. Both they and the crystallum slowly dissipate into the mist. No! I lunge forward, but Fritz's arms are suddenly around my waist, holding me still. Mother snarls as she attempts to escape Parfait, but the light around her creates a thick box she cannot escape from.
You would die for the humans? The humans that have hunted my kind because of their fairy tales.
No, I'm dying for you, Hilder, so that for once I might save you from yourself. Mother chokes out a laugh.
You're a fool, Faye.
Perhaps I am, but at least I will die with hope in my heart. Mother turns to look at me Mother turns to look at me in the blinding light. Faye's concentration never wavers as she turns to settle her eyes on me as well. Mother's face is fading in the glow, but her voice is clear.
I truly did love you, Lucette. Everything I have done, everything I did out of love.
Faye smiles at me gently. It is a silent goodbye. There's a brief burst of light, and for a few moments I am blinded. When my vision returns, I see Fritz first. He's staring where Parfait and Mother had been only moments ago. On the floor, where they stood moments ago, there is now only dust. Well, I guess that's why he's not the canon end, because it's like the darkest and saddest. Alright. With the loss of the crystal lump, magic vanishes from Angriel. All the fairy tale curses broke simultaneously, and all witches and fairies lost their power. As soon as it disappeared, I returned to an education centered around the knowledge of Angriel rather than magic. I decided back then that I would do anything to help Angriel and its people, and it needed to start first by educating myself. I started to follow my father on his trips around the kingdom. I even started to accompany Emmeline on all her trips outside the palace. Fritz has remained by my side for the past month. He comes with me every day I visit the graves. Carefully, so not to disturb the flowers Dragon had left earlier, I lean down to place my lilies by each gravestone. Garland, Delora, Parfait, and the last is always the hardest. With a deep breath, I walk up to the fourth gravestone. I stare at it for a long time before I set a lily down. Mother. Fritz and I stand there in silence as we grieve for the lives lost that day. I look up into the sky and smile as I stare at the warm rays of the sun. I shift my gaze at Fritz, who smiles at me. He's never left my side since that day. Fritz has already told me that he loves me, but I have yet to tell him my own feelings. Fritz?
Yeah?
I didn't have the chance to ask this before, but how can you possibly love me? I've been so horrible, not just to you, but to everyone around me. Fritz's expression softens. He gently tilts my chin upwards so that I have to look at him as he speaks.
For as long as I've known you, you've had to deal with things no one else should have to go through. You were forced to live in the Queen's shadow because others refused to see past your relationship to her. You've been alone for so long, and I could see how much you were hurting. But despite all that pain, you remained strong. You've always been strong. From the beginning, all I wanted was to be someone you could rely on, someone you could trust, someone who would always be there for you.
I must have trusted him from the beginning too. Fritz was the only one I allowed to get close to me. I could not look away from him, but instead I stared back into his eyes with conviction. I know I may not have shown it, but I did trust you.
I've always been able to tell. You wear your heart on your sleeve.
I do not. Fritz laughs, and the slight cockiness of his smile reminds me a little bit of someone else.
It's been years since you became my responsibility. Once I learned your tales, you became an open book.
He surprises me by putting his forehead to mine. A feeling of him so close is comforting.
I love the way you're so careful with whatever you consider precious. I love how your eyes lit up when you eat a good pastry. I love whenever you rely on me.
I bite down on my lip as I blink back tears.
No one has ever had that kind of faith in me. But before I knew you'd made a spot for yourself in my heart. And I began to hope that one day I could be as dear to you as you are to me.
I stare up at Fritz, the tears pulling in my eyes. He wipes away a tear before it can roll down my cheek. I've never felt so cherished before. I do not step away when he leans forward to plant a kiss on my forehead. I hold up my hand and Fritz comes to my side. I feel the warmth of his fingers and smile. When things begin to overwhelm me, he never fails to calm me. I grip his hand more tightly.
Lucette?
I love you. You know that, right?
I've known for a while, but it's nice to hear it all the same.
And I'll say it for as long as you want me to.
For the rest of our lives, then?
Princess in her night, huh?
Does it matter?
No, it doesn't. Even if it were such a rule, I'd abolish it once I became queen. Fritz starts to laugh. As always, his laughter is full of so much joy it lifts my heart. I want to hear it for the rest of my life. And maybe, just maybe, I'll be able to.
No, bitch did.
No.
Until Dad steps in.
Not till she's queen, then she'll be like, fuck this.
So I don't know what's telling me, but I have a strange feeling Gennaro's not gonna give a shit.
He's probably not. I mean, he married a baker.
Yeah.
That is fair.
So there's clearly not a rule.
Okay, to be fair though, that is different cases for king and queen.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Though I guess because is she the eldest or no?
She's the only child.
Oh, it doesn't matter. She's the blood heir anyway.
Yeah, she's the only child.
Yeah, she's the blood heir. She would get the priority to begin with.
Yeah, with step siblings, she's in the middle because Emmeline's older than her. Because Emmeline's like 19 and Rod is 15.
Again, it's all her Emmeline's age is irrelevant because
she's
Lucette
the first
is
one.
in fact the blood heir. So
Yeah.
Do I finish my last taco?
Yes.
Yes.
I can see why Fritz is your favorite storyline now.
Yeah, but seeing again, like, okay, I understand why he's not the canon line and Waltz is, because I don't think Waltz is as dark. Fritz is the darker one. It's more sad, so they're like, we're not gonna end it like that for people. Even though I feel like him and Lucette make the most sense. Like, Waltz makes sense, but you don't know why till his line. But I still feel like Fritz makes more sense. But yeah, his bad ending is my favorite bad ending too. I don't even remember what Waltz's is. I don't even know if I even got Waltz's bad ending.
We'll manage.
We probably will. We've gotten the bad ending first on all of them so far. And now I can't unsee it, but like the C in Cinderella looks like a croissant.
I was gonna say I'll get a croissant on my way to work on Monday, but I don't work on Monday.
Well, lucky you. I do. No, I don't. Monday's my day off. What am I talking about?
Definitely, probably. That one definitely now has to take my spot as my favorite, but the thing is I like dark stories, so...
I do too. Well, then, Dylan, you will like my stories I write. So, anyone still watching and not aware, this is gonna sound cringe as fuck, but I post stories on Wattpad. I think there's a link here. I am legit looking at my channel right now. Yes, there is a link. It's next to my Instagram. You can go to my Wattpad. Currently updating a fantasy story. You guys can read it. All follows and votes mean a lot to me. I tend to write even when it's not a dark story. There are still dark undertones. And I just had an idea from this whole storyline that I'm gonna throw in, and like as soon as I like end the stream, I'm gonna write notes like mad on that. But yeah, that was part 2 of Fritz's story, unless you're on YouTube, and it's probably like part 8 or 9, because this was like...
Hi, YouTube!
Because this was like 5 hours long. Sorry for the long hiatus. I know there was one fan on YouTube who commented on every video so far. I don't remember what her name is. But like... she always watches the YouTube updates. It has something to do with ice. I can't remember what it is. But shout out to her if she sees this. But we took a hiatus in October because every single Saturday I was literally doing something for Halloween. like every haunted house. And then I
Yeah,
took a
that's
weekend off because I just needed a weekend off. And then Willie and I were out of town last week, so this is when we first came back. I promise next Saturday we'll be doing Cinderella Phenomenon again, and we will be doing Waltz's story if all of us here make it.
Well, of course. I'm actually looking for our apparent mystery fan, but the one I clicked has nothing on it.
She's for sure in the first one. I can't. It's like ice something. I don't remember.
It's not in the broom video, the best video.
The
Yeah.
best one.
Let me see.
There
She's somewhere in there. We should give her a shout out.
I'm looking. Ice Star is
Yes,
her name.
we will give a shout out to Ice Star. I haven't seen her comment on any of the
Oh,
recent videos.
Wow.
But yeah.
Wow.
Also, wow, yeah, she has like a ton of comments.
Yeah, she commented a lot in the first one, and I responded to a few of them. But yeah, no, she's been a solid watcher.
my
And
God,
then
that's
I guess we
awesome.
took and I guess we took too long that she hasn't seen any of the recent videos, so I don't know what happened to her. I don't know if she subbed or not, so she might not have gotten the update after those long breaks. But shout out to Ice Star.
Thank you for putting up with us, Ice Star. You're awesome.
Yeah, she was like trying to get the correct answers. I'm like, it's been a while. I'm sorry, but you can come to stream if you want to help us there. But I haven't seen
Shout
her
out
here.
from the broom, Ice Star.
Yeah,
You're
so,
pretty amazing
yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, we're near the end. Might as well give her a shout out here.
You guys are doing that, and my brain's just going, we'll be back here for Waltz's story next week, and I'm just sitting here,
Wait, what are you doing next Saturday? Do we have to delay it?
D&D.
But your Waltz.
Maybe.
What time does D&D start?
Like 5:30.
God damn it.
Yeah, it's Saturday nights.
That was a good one.
So that means you have to leave my place earlier then. Right?
Yeah.
You could have just told him you couldn't and done Fridays unless it's the only time your DM's not free.
It was Fridays, but no one's free on Fridays anymore.
Well, that sucks.
Because everyone but me got their schedule changed.
Well, do we wanna... Gonna miss game nights at Kira's, unless we do like every other week. Do we want to switch this to Friday nights? Does that work with Abby and Dylan?
I'm cool with that.
What about you, Abby?
Because of the time change, we'll probably still be at work.
Okay, how late do you work your time?
I don't get back until like 6:15, 6:30, which would be 8:30 your guys. No. Other way around.
That'd be 8.
It would be 8:30.
That's not bad.
Well,
No,
that's the time Willie gets off, so it actually works.
Yeah, that's about the time that I would get home.
And I'm an hour ahead of them, but I'm a night owl anyway, so
Yeah.
it doesn't bother me at all. I am the...
Can confirm, I have stayed up till 2 or 3 a.m. before just talking to Dylan while I'm lying in my bed.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, Abby, if you're not like wiped from work and you're down to it, well, I'll be here at least. And then she'll be here. Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, do we
Okay.
all?
I'll be sitting down, but
We can't do Sundays, right?
Yeah, because we
Sunday
have
is our
D&D.
D&D
Yeah, we have
normally.
D&D on Sundays, unfortunately. It's the only time my friend Pat can play.
Yeah.
let me play my unfortunate healer.
Okay, so,
I'm
okay.
saying that more to Stanton.
So everyone that's watching this stream, we're gonna try to do this Fridays instead, and it'll be later at night. I guess that should work, because I wasn't gonna go to Kira's for game nights during the winter, because I hate driving in the snow, and I gotta let her know that. Okay, yeah. And then after Waltz's...
We're just through the last line, which will take us about 17 more months.
I demand, since this is the last story, I demand that we replay the broom scene one more time.
Agreed.
Okay.
I
You'll
must
just have
play
to
the
remind me.
I must play the one of two best characters.
Wait, who's the other one?
Huh? Well,
Garland?
thanks to Abby, the queen.
Wait,
Yeah.
we want to do
Fucking
the...
awesome.
Yeah.
She is awesome.
We will see her again. I
Yes.
guess that's another part why the
Yeah.
other two are locked, because you see the queen in them, and then
Yeah,
there's
the
just
queen is
secrets.
actually in them.
The queen is actually in them, and then there's like big secrets behind Fritz and Waltz that you don't see in the rest of the storylines.
Yeah, that was good stuff. Shoutouts to our Ice Queen.
Yeah.
What?
Damn, I lost my third screw.
Alright. Yeah, so it's this Saturday. We're gonna do Friday nights, a little like 8:39 Central Time. And then I guess like after we finish Waltz, do we want to just jump in right away the next weekend for the sequel?
Sure.
Okay.
Down.
Alright.
That'll be fun.
That'll be fun. I tried playing it by myself once, but I was like, this doesn't feel right playing it without everyone, and it takes too long. And I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna wait, because I wanted to do at least Waltz or Fritz's line, but I was like, I'm gonna wait.
Fair.
Am I annoyed enough in my chair to fix it tonight? I'll wait until
Alright, and then anyone else still watching the stream right now? Since D&D is canceled and I'm not going to a double date tomorrow, because I low-key kind of forgot and just feel like staying home after work.
Oh, shit,
I will
forgot.
be, yeah, right. I will be streaming Evil Within tomorrow, so we'll be continuing that. And then Monday, I haven't decided if I'm streaming anything yet. But otherwise, anyone still watching this? Thank you for your support so far. We'll see you on Friday for Waltz.